we are finally getting round to carrying on with this cabinet. We got this, what was it, in September? Or something, and then life has just been so busy, we have only got this far, which is basically sanding it, wasn't it, and taking some bits and bobs off. So John's just wiping it all down. We've got everything for it. We've had everything for it for ages, haven't we? Oh no, I don't think we have hinges.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt.
No, we don't have hinges for the doors, but we have handles for the drawers. We have the, whatever they're called at the bottom. Don't know what they're called. Cornices?
No. Yeah.
Corner things.
Corner things.
And we've got the paint and everything. We just haven't had the time to do it. So it's been sitting over here for a couple of months, hasn't it?
Yes.
But today we have a free day for the first time in quite literally months. So this is what we're doing with it. First coat done. We need, well, we have got a little like sponge roller to get into some of these bits here that the roller he was using can't get into. So we're going to, I think he's planning on doing that with the second coat, using that with the second coat, whatever. But the colour's a bit more pinky than I expected, but to be honest, I like it. I mean, you can never have too much pink, right? Welcome to the unrenovated bedroom. I am just disturbing the footage of the cabinet upcycle to show you my 5-star read books that I've read this year. There's only actually 6 of them, and considering I read 35 books, it wasn't a great reading year really. But I thought I would start with like the least of the 5-star reviews, and the first one of them is this one, The Girls Who Disappeared, by Claire Douglas. This is about 3 friends 20 years ago who are in a car accident. One of them is knocked out, and when she wakes up, she is alone in a car. Her 2 friends just aren't there. So then obviously it fast forwards to like the present day, and people are sort of reinvestigating it, and the girl who survived is obviously now a woman, and sort of what she remembers and trying to figure out what happened and all that kind of thing. The problem is I don't actually really remember it. I'd forgotten about it basically until I looked at my 5-star reviews on Goodreads and realised that I'd actually read this and given it 5-star reviews. But once I saw the title of it, I remembered what it was about, and I remember it being fast-paced, and yeah, I obviously really enjoyed it at the time. So if you like a thriller, then I would definitely recommend this one. But as I said, it hasn't stuck in my head. This was read near the beginning of the year, and it hasn't completely stuck in my head. It wasn't until I looked at it again that I was like, oh yeah, I read that. Second of my, or second from bottom I suppose, of my 5-star reviews, so 5th, is this one, The Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. So if you don't know, this is a 2-part. So there is the Six of Crows is the first part. I gave that one 4 stars because it wasn't as good as this one. If you may have seen the Netflix show, it's not coming back for a 3rd season, which I'm quite sad about. But Shadow and Bone on Netflix has 2 seasons on there. They are better than the Shadow and Bone books. But I did really enjoy this Crooked Kingdom one. I think it brought the crows out the best, and also it had some of the characters from the Shadow and Bone books popping in here, which was really good. I enjoyed that aspect of it as well. And yeah, I did really enjoy this. It's a fantasy, it's a young adult, so it's an easy read. There's nothing complicated in it, nothing difficult. But yeah, I did really enjoy it. So basically in this, it says on the back, Kaz Brekker and his crew pulled off a heist so daring, even they didn't think they'd survive. But instead of divvying up a fat reward, they're fighting for their lives. Double-crossed and badly weakened, the crew is low on resources, allies and hope. As old rivals and new enemies descend on Ketterdam to root out the secrets of Jirda Parem, a dangerous substance capable of altering the very fabric of Grisha magic, Kaz's cunning and his team's fragile loyalties are tested to their limit. A war will be waged within the city's dark and twisting streets, a battle for revenge and redemption that will decide the future of magic and the fate of the world. So you do kind of need to read the first one before you read this one, because obviously they are supposed to be read together. They are a duo. whatever you call that, duology. But yeah, this was definitely the better one. So if you read the first one, you enjoy that, you'll really enjoy this one. And fourth on my scale down is The Curfew by T.M. Logan. Now, T.M. Logan's actually a local to Nottinghamshire, which is like the county next to me now, but I'm from Nottinghamshire. My family live in Nottinghamshire, so is John. And yeah, he's actually local to that area. So a lot of the places in his books, I know. This was my favourite one of his so far that I've read. It was fast paced, and yeah, I still remember this one as being really good as well, so it stuck with me a bit more. But it says on the back, Andy and Laura are good parents. They tell their son Connor that he can go out with friends to celebrate completing his exams, but he must be home by midnight. When Connor misses his curfew, it sets off a series of events that will change the lives of 5 families forever. Because 5 teenagers went into the woods that night, but only 4 came out, and telling the truth might mean losing everything. What would you do? So yeah, it is good. Recommend. Next. This one is a book I've only just finished reading, and it's Kate Moss, The Burning Chambers. I have never read a Kate Moss book before. I've had loads of people say that I should read them, and they were correct. I really enjoyed this. It's historical fiction. It's set in France, but it's also a thriller, and I really loved that kind of combination. So I'll read on the back, and I will butcher, I apologise, all the French words because I never did French at school. That's my excuse. So, Carcassonne, 1562, 19-year-old Minou Joubert receives an anonymous letter at her father's bookshop. Sealed with a distinctive family crest, it contains just 5 words: she knows that you live. But before Minou can decipher the mysterious message, a chance encounter with a young Huguenot convert, Piet Raden, changes her destiny forever. For Piet has a dangerous mission of his own, and he will need Minot's help if he is to get out of La Cité alive. A thrilling adventure and a heartbreaking love story, The Burning Chambers is a historical novel of excitement, conspiracy and danger like no other. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed it, and I'll be reading more of her books in the future because it was definitely like a page turner. And I don't feel like it was too slow at the beginning, because often I find with thrillers they can be really slow at the beginning, and then the last sort of quarter of the book is like, oh, I've got to turn the pages. But no, this wasn't like that. I found it interesting because of all the historical aspects to it as well. I didn't know anything to do with that part of French history, so it was interesting because I do love my history, to read about that as well. And yeah, so I really enjoyed it. So next are the 2 most epic books that I've read this year. These 2 books are going to like stick with me forever. So the first one is A Little Life by Hanya Yagihara. I would actually recommend this to pretty much nobody. But it is one of the best books I've ever read. And the reason is it's basically following Jude, who is a child serious trauma survivor. And there's no sort of diagnosis, obviously, in here, but he clearly has, I'll say he clearly has, I'm not a healthcare professional, but CPTSD and various illnesses related to trauma. And for someone who has CPTSD and has had childhood trauma, though I will say that my trauma is not this trauma. This is extreme and probably not as rare as you would hope. But anyway, reading this, I think this book just came to me at the right time in my life, if that makes sense. So I've gone through a lot of healing this year. I can't believe how far I've come mentally. It's been absolutely crazy. And this book has definitely helped with that. It put out every single thought and the way I felt and the way I've still feel, I guess, about my trauma, and the fact that the traumas can be so different, yet can just produce exactly the same feelings, basically, the same thoughts, and the way that childhood trauma changes your life forever because it changes your makeup, the way your brain works. And also it made me realise how far I've come, because even not just this year, but even when after the trauma that gave me the CPTSD when I was a child, even when I've had relapses since then, I've not gone as far back as what is in here. I recognise so much of myself from when I was younger in this, but I have healed already so much from that. And even having gone back a few steps, like 4 years ago, I say a few steps, quite a few steps, I'd never reverted back to how I was originally. And I feel really proud of myself for that. So it was a therapeutic read for me. But I think for people who have not been through trauma, you'll probably find this really shocking, because I think in your life, you don't have to think about these things and they are not part of your everyday life. So you may not want to read this because it's not going to be something that's going to take you out of, well, will take you out of your own life, but not in a good way. The second thing is, if you're going through trauma, or you've been through trauma, should I say, when you were a child, really think about this before you read it. Really think about where you are in your healing journey. Be honest with yourself before you read this, because this could be extremely triggering. And I was concerned before I read this book that I'd be very triggered by it. I wasn't. I think in some ways I feel like the book was written for me. That sounds really, really bad, but it does feel like that. And I certainly would never give this book to any of my family and friends, because it isn't so accurate in how I think, but I wouldn't want them to know that about me. It's so revealing. And yeah, if you have read it, I hope you sort of appreciated it for what it is. It's a difficult book to read, and I definitely, whatever life upbringing you've had, whether you've been through trauma or not, I'd really think about it before you read this one. It should have trigger warnings on, but it doesn't. But anyway, my favourite, my number one of the year, another one that has properly affected me, and that every time I think of it, I still think, I'm gonna cry. No. It is like a love story, Shakespearean proportions. So it is The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. Now, I'm sure you've heard of this. A lot of people have read this, and it is just absolutely fabulous. I actually had a conversation at a market last month, I think it was, with a customer who'd also read this book, and we were just like, it's amazing, it's amazing. Again, there's a lot about Greek mythology in this, which I found really interesting. I know a little bit about Greek mythology, but not a huge amount. And if you've read the Iliad by Homer, then this is like a modern version and also a better version of that, because I have read the Iliad. I've also read Odysseus, and that is much better than the Iliad, by the way, just so you know. But yeah, also I think it did kind of help having read the Iliad, because yeah, I think it's quite good having read them both. I definitely feel like you can see links and stuff, and where she's got the idea of various things in the book from. But yeah, because really she runs with a very, very tiny little section in the Iliad, and Achilles' sort of reaction of Patroclus, and that's how she sort of took that and ran with it with this book, which I think is really interesting and a really good idea. And yeah, this was brilliant, and it will make you cry, so please have tissues. But it won't make you cry in the way that A Little Life will, in a tragic, life is hard and difficult way. It's in a, as I said, Romeo and Juliet, Shakespearean, tragic love story way. But it's brilliant, it's absolutely brilliant. And yeah, I would 100% recommend that to everyone. So anyway, that's it. I hope you found it interesting, because I do want to kind of do more on my books and stuff in here. But I'm sure I'll be showing you after this some more of the cabinet upcycle, because we've actually got some time to do it. I say we, John's doing it. We're also hoping to actually sell the cabinet after we've done it, after John's done it. So John can just kind of, keep the money from that, because I've literally done nothing of it because I have not had time. So to be fair though, he actually got the cabinet originally. I only wanted these shelves. They're currently in the shed. And he got that, and then this cabinet was with it, and he was like, oh, I may as well just get it at the same time. And I'm like, yes, but it's going to cost so much more money to like upcycle that, and we've got nowhere to put it. So that's why it's being sold. Anywho, that is it for the book reviews. Let me know in the comments what your favourite books are of this year, because if I haven't read them, then I'll put them on my list to get. though I do have a rather extensive to read pile and Christmas hasn't even come yet, and most of the things I've requested for Christmas are books. Thank you for taking a picture. Did you take a picture?
No, I didn't take a picture. I just zoomed it out accidentally and then had to zoom back in again.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. John can't work technology, just so you know.
It's the same phone as me. That's what's worrying.
Yeah. I'm going to show you an outfit pic. That's what this is all about and why he's filming me. So here's my outfit.
Complete with feather on the bottom. Oh no, it's come off now.
Can you see my socks?
Sexy.
We are having some friends over tonight. Well, 2 friends with a little boy. So this is my festive outfit. And this is a new skirt. Oh, there's a feather. New skirt. I say new, from Vinted. It's originally from H&M apparently. Yes, thank you.
And drive it round. Drive the taxi on the road. Big roundabout. Oh. Oops.
The way he just watches it as it zooms off.
What are you going to do with that? You try to stack it on top?
I thought you said, yeah, but I'll say, is he getting knocked down, yeah, thing.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the best bit. Knocking it down.
That is your favourite bit, isn't it? You're going to build a tower? Can't do it yet, but have a go.
Yeah, don't eat it. No eating.
Hello.
It's the car, isn't it?
Oh my god, it's crashed. Crashing into everything. Brittany.
There's a duck.
Yeah, that's it.
Done.
That's it.
Didn't know you knew that.
I got that on camera. Yeah. Well done.
Right. What did you do? Good. I know.
So I made him
I mean, you did. He likes it.
broccoli and cauliflower cheese bake thing, and he really enjoys it. Don't you? So I did enough to do like 2 portions, a portion for yesterday, a portion for today, and a portion.
Oh, oopsie daisy.
He's tired.
Good boy.
Oh, he's gentle.
Coming back.
Gentle.
She's nice and soft, isn't she? Are you going, Felix?
Yes, we are. Going to bed.
I'm stuck.
See you on for mummy.
Yeah.
Bye.
There we go.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Would you mind grabbing the door?
Yeah, no problem.
We'll get the gate as well, don't worry. See ya.
Bye. Have a good Christmas.
Yeah, you too.
Bye, Felix.
Bye.
After a bigger delay than I anticipated, I'm now showing more of the upcycle.
What I haven't told Karen yet is we were almost out of paint and we're going to need another can. Nowhere's open.
Oh, for God's sake. B&Q's open.
It will be, but I'm not going to B&Q on Monday or Tuesday.
Well, no, obviously not. You assume it's closed Monday and Tuesday.
It's closed on Monday, not Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but obviously we're not going to go Christmas Day and Boxing Day. Though I am at work Boxing Day, so
True.
if I have to suffer, so does other people. Are you getting your first Christmas present, Molly?
Christmas present, Molly.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, where's she gone? Oh.
It's a joy.
The excitement's real.
You go.
Oh, and it squeaks, Molly. It's like the ultimate toy. excited. The utter destruction.
Fetch it, I can't throw it from there, fetch it. Bring it here. Good girl. Close enough.
Trying to escape. Oh.
I know, it's devastating, isn't it? What's that? What's this? What is it? What you got?
Oh, what's that? Is that a new present? Is that a Christmas present we hidden?
What does it do? Does it honk? Grab this. This Molly. Molly, here. What's this? Go ahead. Which goes there now? Are you going for your other present?
Oh, we got another thing.
Is it? Yes.
Oh, what's that?
Where is it?
You got bone? You can't have bone?
What you got? You can't have that.
Yeah, why can't you have this one? Molly?
No, Molly. Good kid.
No. No, sweetie. You can't have that one. It made your gums bleed. Have this one. Look! Molly! Hello everyone, it is Christmas morning. I'm not sure how much of today I'll actually film because I always forget, you know, when you're busy doing other things. Hello. Why are you making it worse? I thought I'd introduce today and show you my Christmas Day outfit. Again, you can't see the shoes on this. Not that I'm wearing any shoes. They're going to be like furry socks most of the day. But we're out and about today, so I just randomly stopped the video for no reason whatsoever. Anyway, I'll show you. Outfit sponsored by Vinted as usual. I'm only joking. If you can hear some whining in the background, that's just Molly because she knows she's going in the car. She doesn't like the car, so she's just shaking and whining about it. Good start.
But I was just like, Wimbledon sounds really nice.
Do you want to wrap the
It's
bus
where
back
it's
on?
how we used to get down to work. We'd park at the beginning of whatever line that is and get the tube right into the
Isn't it?
because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
for David
Right,
because
he's
not had one.
What he's doing? What's that?
I hope it's not breakable. This isn't for you, it's for me. Karen's got hot chocolates on the lap. She's got some tape.
Thank you, Bobby. Bobby.
Oh, yes.
Well done, Biz.
Nice. I like the tea lights.
They're plain centre ones.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like because they're the ones I burn. I
Yeah.
love. You know when we're watching films. Thank you very much.
Molly.
Thank you. Thank you. Good one.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Clever.
Whose is that one?
Where was the sitting, you?
The dog face.
John's, is it?
because Glasgow is exactly the same colour. So,
One house down. Another house to go, isn't there?
So much noise.
Well, there was a lot of people
There were a lot of people, to be fair.
and a dog, or 2 dogs,
Yeah.
if you count Molly. But yeah, now I'm gonna go and get,
Bed!
yes, Christmas dinner at my parents'. That was just John's parents, and his grandma was there, and
Cousin.
his cousin, his brother,
aunt,
his
uncle.
his godparents. So yeah, lots of people.
Funny.
There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth. That's bad enough, isn't it? There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth. Hee-haw! But her teeth kept falling out. She loved to sip her favourite brew and dunk her biscuits in it. She was a donkey drinky. No, she was a donkey drinky, clunky donkey. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth. Hee-haw! But her teeth kept falling out. She loved to sip her favourite brew, dunk her biscuits in it, and fall asleep in the afternoon sun. She was a zonky donkey dinky clunky donkey. This is just going to get worse. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth. Hee-haw! But her teeth kept falling out. She loved to sip her favourite brew, dunk her biscuits in it, and fall asleep in the afternoon sun, then go for walks with her jewellery on. She was a clinky clanky, zonky dunky drinky, clunky donkey. You have to really think about this as you're reading it. Okay. There was a sweet donkey who lived.
It's hard. We've got the first one. It's really hard. Yeah.
This is a cunning trap by your sister. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth. Hee-haw! But her teeth kept falling out. She loved to sip her favourite brew, dunk her biscuits in it, fall asleep in the afternoon sun, go for walks with her jewellery on, and she always dressed smartly. She was a swanky, clinky, clanky, zonky, dunky, drinky, clunky donkey. Is that last one after? There was a sweet donkey who lived on the... I can't stand it. Well, she was so funny with her false teeth. Hee-haw! But her teeth kept falling out. She loved to sip her favourite brew, dunk her biscuits in it, fall asleep in the afternoon sun, go for walks with her jewellery on, dress smartly, and she played her banjo to relax. I enjoyed the thing. She was a blunky plinky, swanky plinky, clanky zonky, dunky drinky, clunky donkey. Oh, excuse me, mascara. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth. Hee-haw! Oh my god. Her teeth kept falling out. She loved to sip her favourite brew, dunk her biscuits in it, fall asleep in the afternoon sun, go for walks with her jewellery on, dress smartly and play her banjo to relax. But if she hadn't had a visit from her family in a while, she would sometimes get grumpy and cranky, a dread thing. Oh yeah. She was a granky, plunky, plinky, swanky, plinky, clanky, zonky, dunky, drinky, clunky donkey. It's the face on it.
It's got good pictures of it.
I mean, that is one unimpressed donkey. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth. Hee-haw! But her teeth kept falling out. She always got seen to it. She loved to sip her favourite brew, dunk her biscuits in it, fall asleep in the afternoon sun, go for walks with her jewellery on, dress smartly, play her banjo to relax, and sometimes she got grumpy and cranky. When her son Wonky, oh no, turned up with her cute granddaughter Dinky, even worse, that granky granny donkey got so many cuddles and kisses that she couldn't get the smile off her face for weeks. She was a grinny granny, plunky plinky, swanky clinky clanky, zonky dunky drinky, clunky donkey.
Mum's going to need to lie down.
Right, I am. There was a grinny granny donkey who lived on the heath. She smiled so much you could see her false teeth. That's funny, your grins. Hee-haw!